Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making stuffed cabbage in a Copper Chef. Alright, I started out here guys, I took 2 heads of cabbage and I cut the core out of them, or the stem, or like my mom calls it, the heart. And I boiled them in some salt water and teased the leaves off as they started to cook. And I have the leaves here cooling so I can handle them better. So let's go ahead and let's get working on this stuffed cabbage. Alright guys, I'm starting out here with 2.5 pounds of lean hamburger. This is 85/15, and that's very important because if you use a fatty hamburger or ground beef, all that grease is going to cook out and come up to the surface and you're just going to be eating grease. So you don't want that. Now I'm going to start out here in a large bowl with my ground beef. I'm going to put in 1 egg. Get rid of that. I'm going to put in my seasonings. Now you can season these any way you like. I season these pretty much like meatballs. I'm going to put in a little bit of celery seed, and a little bit goes a long way. It's probably about 1/4 teaspoon. You don't need a lot of that. I'm going to put in some Italian seasoning, and I'm going to go for probably about 1/2 teaspoon of this. You don't want to be shying your seasonings because they'll be bland if you are. That's my ice maker in the background making noise. I'm going to put in about 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt. You could also cut in fresh garlic if you like. Alright, I'm going to put in some pepper. About 1/2 teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of salt, because we put that garlic salt in there, guys. We don't want these super salty. And if you're on a low sodium diet or anything like that, you can cut back on the salt or totally eliminate it. Now I have 1/2 of a large onion I diced up. We're going to get that in there. And I'm going to throw in some Italian seasoned breadcrumb. We're going to go for probably about 1/4 cup. Now from years of making meatballs and stuff like this, I pretty much know how much to put in. But it's a little bit at a time deal there. You put some in, you see if it's binded enough together, and if you need to, you add a little more in. But this is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and get this all mixed together, guys. I'm not going to bore you with this whole process, and once I get it mixed together, I'll bring it back. Guys, I forgot to add my rice in, so I got that in there quick. I threw in about 1/2 cup of rice. Now some people like a lot of rice in their stuffed cabbage, but I'm not crazy about a lot of rice. Big piece of onion. So I only went for about 1/2 cup. Now here I have my cabbage leaves, and I have my Copper Chef here. This is Copper Chef casserole one. Let me see how big that is. It does say how many quarts, but I think this is like 4.5 quarts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cabbage leaves that aren't the greatest looking. You want to cut the stem off of them because you don't want to eat that. I'll tell you later why you do that. You just want to lay them in the bottom of your pan. Now traditionally, this is so your cabbage or your stuffed cabbage doesn't stick. I'll take some off of this one. But in the Copper Chef, we really don't have to worry about that. But the reason I'm doing it is because that's the way I've always done it. That's the way my mom did it. Now I did a video before on stuffed cabbage, but I haven't done one in the Copper Chef. So I figured I'd get one of them done for the people who have a Copper Chef. And if you don't have a Copper Chef, guys, just put in a regular old Dutch oven or pot, and you'll be fine. Okay, I'm just going to go for these 3 leaves. Okay, now you take a cabbage leaf and you want to cut this stem off, because for one, you don't want to eat that, and two, when you go to roll your stuffed cabbage up, it's easier. And I should have a surface here to put these on to roll them. You just want to put a nice amount of ground beef in there. You want to roll them, fold your leaf over, and just do them like that. Now I'll do one more to show you, and then I'm going to finish the rest up off the camera to save time on the video. You just cut your stem off. Take a nice amount of ground beef, stick it down in there, give it a roll, fold over, finish rolling it, put it folded side down. I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and then I'll bring you back for the next step when I'm done here. Okay, now that I have my stuffed cabbage all rolled and in the Copper Chef, in the bowl that I mixed a hamburger in, well, I told you another bowl, I put 2 10.5 ounce cans of tomato soup in there, and I'm going to add a little bit of tomato juice to this. Probably only about a cup. And guys, don't worry, this leftover tomato juice won't go to waste because I love V8 tomato juice and stuff like that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of my seasonings into the tomato sauce. I'm going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning in there. Probably about a quarter of a teaspoon. We don't need a lot here, guys. About a quarter of a teaspoon of garlic salt. And a little bit of celery seed. I'm going to get in here and mix this up. And I don't need a lot of sauce because this Copper Chef pan is packed full. If I need to, I can add a little more tomato juice in, but I think we're going to be okay. Okay, let me move this out of the way for just now. Move these over. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and dump my sauce down on these. Get it all out of the bowl. Guys, I think I'm going to add just a little bit more tomato juice in here, and that will mix as this cooks because there's going to be a lot of bubbling action going on in here. So we're going for probably about 2 cups of tomato juice. And like I says, that will mix as these cook. Now I'm not going to put these in my big oven because here in central Pennsylvania it's really hot today. It's like 90 degrees and I don't want to heat up my whole kitchen. I'm going to do these in a toaster oven, so I'll take you guys over there and we'll throw them in there quick. Okay guys, I have my oven preheated to 350. And this Copper Chef will fit in here if you put it in slanted. Caddy corner. Now I'm going to cook these at 350 for 2 hours and then they'll be done. And I will bring you guys back at that point. Alright guys, these are done. I took them out about 10 minutes early because as you can see the top ones are starting to get really brown. What I could have done to avoid that is threw some extra cabbage on top of those. But that's alright, they're still going to taste delicious. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Alright guys, I'm going to finish these up by topping with some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. And this here is strictly optional. Now, I'm not going to go crazy because I don't want a lot, but when I make Holly's, I'll put extra on hers because she likes a lot of cheese. Now let me get in here and taste these. Cabbage is cooked nice. As you can see, the ground beef is cooked nice. Go ahead and taste them. Those are really good, just like Mom made. Can we taste a little cabbage? And this is hot, guys. Cabbage is good, nice and cooked through. Alright, there you have it guys. Stuffed cabbage in the Copper Chef. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.